Everyone to another one of my Blender tutorials, and what I'm going to show you how to make here today is this knife. Now I think I've done a previous tutorial, but the important thing is I want to show you how I got the beveled edge on here. And one of the things I want to emphasize here is that all these meshes here that make up this knife are all Bezier curves. And so I'm going to show you I went through several practice runs here, and I didn't want to actually show you how to do it until I had the method down pat. So we're going to show you how that's done. And anyway, we're going to start with a new file here. We'll reload the startup file. We're going to go to quad view. I've been using that to line things up. I've had a cold here, so bear with me. But anyway, we're going to start off by adding a path right here, and then we're going to add the Bezier circle, and let's see, tab, do that. Yeah, okay. Then one more element here to we're going to add the Bezier curve, the one that's kind of already got a curve in it. Whoops. Yeah, okay. So we got 3 elements here, and I guess if you really want to keep things organized, you can rename these. I'm going to call this one knife curve, and the nerve's path, I'm going to call it knife path, and the Bezier circle, we're going to rename it as the knife profile. Like so. So anyway, to start with, when I did this previously, I would change the Bezier curve to a poly spline, but for some reason it just didn't seem like it wanted to work. So what we do first is you take your knife path, you go down under your curve modifier, your curve drop down list here, and you make the Bezier circle or the knife profile your bezel object. So you just get a round cylinder there. Now what I did here is I go over to the Bezier circle, or as in this case, we call it the knife profile. We go into edit mode. And when I did, I went ahead and subdivided it. And then, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to deselect and then just select 3 of these vertices, like so. We're going to delete those. And then we're going to select everything by A. I'm going to set the spline type to poly. Now you see the change in our shape over here. It reflects that. I did it previously. For some reason it wouldn't, if you change this before you set it to the profile, it wouldn't work. So anyway, that's the reason I want to make sure I could show you how to do this, and it would work as I had tried, you know, what I came up with. So anyway, you can see here we already got the bevel started here on our shape here, and we can go over here, and we'll get out of this over here, and then go over to what we beveled here. And I don't know why it won't let me turn the object up here in the quad view, but anyway, I went ahead and filled the caps on this. So we filled the caps. Now let me go to reset the cursor to the manipulator to the 3D cursor, or the origin to the 3D cursor, like so. I'm pressing now. What you want to do now is I've got the curve, and we've already got the profile, so now we want to set the knife curve, and it looks like I spelled it C-R-U-V-E. But anyway, so how you like that? Now that's unusual. It's kind of an unexpected result there. Okay, I know how to fix that. I think it has to do with resetting the rotation. Control A, and the Control A reset the rotation. I think that is what was bugging it before. And maybe if we move the curve above, well, let me see. I've gotten myself into a position to, let's try editing the curve now. See if we can fix this. This is something is not cooperating here. Control A, Control Z. We are going to let's see. Maybe if we rotation on this and reset the rotation and location on this. Now let's tie the knife curve. Okay, all right, well, turn it upside down. See if that helps. Maybe there's a bug in Blender. I'm just not doing something right here, but we're going to flip this 180 about the x-axis and see if that changes. Well, I'll be damned. It doesn't seem to make any difference. What am I not doing right here? Let's see. Something is not right. Okay, we're getting our point. I'm not getting the shape that I want. We'll bring that down a little bit more. Well, we got our point here. Okay, well, whatever. It just seems like it's not doing exactly what I want it to do. The way I'd set it up initially. But you can fix it. Apparently you can fix it just by moving the curve around a little bit. I encourage you out there, if you use Blender, experimentation seems to take you a long ways, and sometimes you have to do more experimentation that you really want, but maybe there's something I'm not quite doing right. But let's look at what we've got here. Alright, we've got a shape of our blade. So we're going to leave it at that. Let me see if I can fix the... maybe if I manipulate these... or is it the point? That controls the point. Let's see what this handle does here. Okay. Well, I think I've got pretty much what I want here. Let's get out of quad view here for a moment. Okay. So we've got it to a point. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to go ahead and convert this to them. First, I want to get into the edit mode of the curve itself. I'm going to scale it in the X. I pretty much got the shape I want here, so we'll make it about like so. And we're going to go ahead and convert it to a mesh. The important thing I want to show you is how I got the beveled edge here. And so now we've got our mesh, and we're going to go to facial, where I can select faces. Here is where I cleaned up a little bit. I selected all the faces on the end cap here, hit F, and then what I did here is I went to the edge mode, and I went ahead and took my knife tool. The funny thing is, we're working on a knife, and we're using our knife tool, and I went ahead and made another. I had trouble with this earlier too. I don't know why it's not responding. Okay. So you hit K for your knife tool. And then hit enter. Now, okay, there we go. So now we've got the faces like we want them on the edge there. And I've been hitting the Alt button is so close to the Windows key that I always hit it by mistake. We're going to go out of tab mode, but we're going to narrow our blade down a little bit. We're going to scale it by the Y, like so. Kind of get a thin blade here. A little bit more like we want. And then we're going to go back. Now, what I want to do is that to get the bevel, I essentially just did an edge split. And I'm in the edge selection mode now. And you hit Alt and left click. And then you can hold down the shift and get these other edges. And then kind of navigate around here. Get that one. And get that one. And then you want to get all these edges here that represent the end. And then you just go Control E. And you do the edge split. And you see the change in the shading. So you know you got your... so there you got your nice beveled edge for your blade there. Alright, so now we're getting somewhere. Okay, we're going to go back to quad view momentarily. We're going to build the rest of the knife here. And for the what they call the hilt part of the knife, we're going to use a NURB surface curve. And we're going to put it like quad view so I can kind of line things up here. And so we're going to turn this about the Y. Hold down Control, like so. Let's see if we made sure that was 90 degrees. Well, 280 is what we really need. No, 270. There we go. Alright. So this is going to be our hilt of our knife, or the we're going to do some extra work on this. So we're going to scale this up by the Z. And kind of line things up here. You might want to go to your wireframe and move it over a little bit. Looks like I moved the blade. There we go. Okay, and there we go. Kind of get it in the middle. And what I want to do is I want to go back into this. And I want to subdivide it. You hit W. So I can make a few modifications here. We're going to bend our surface a little bit. Go B. And we're going to kind of drag out some points that way. And then A to deselect. B to select these other two sets here. And kind of drag them that way. Alright, so maybe we can get it sized a little bit more here. And maybe we'll rotate it just a tad. Like so. Alright, so now you see we've got a this is our hilt of our knife. And I like the surface because you can extrude. Actually, you can loft, but that's another thing altogether. We're going to go ahead and convert this to a mesh. And then we're going to go into edit mode. We're going to get out of quad view for a minute here. I didn't I want to make sure I get this like I want it. So we're going to select all. We're going to extrude by the X. to give this thing some thickness. And if you notice, it's also curved, which is really cool. It kind of gives almost a sword-like look. And while we're in the edit mode, we're going to get these. We're going to do an edge split on these to give this a nice creased look. So I'm going to go down here and get some of these hard ones along the bottom. Oh. You hold down Shift, and then you turn it around. Now you're holding Alt. You tap on your Shift key with my other finger here, and carefully rotate it around like so. So we got all the edges, and so we're going to hit Control E and do an edge split. So now we got nice sharp creased edges on our hilt. And look, it's shaping up pretty good. It almost looks like a sword in a way. We might want to rotate this a little bit, like so. Line up like that. Okay. So now we're going to make a handle, and actually we can use the that same curve again. We'll do some modifications on it. We're going to use that same surface. Excuse me. We're going to go to our quad view, get it lined up like we want it. So R, Y. Hold down your Control to constrain it. And now, let's see, we'll scale this in the Z a little bit. Like so. And now, if we just do SX0, we can flatten this thing out. So we just got a flat surface there. And let's see if we can extrude it. No. We have to convert it to a mesh first, so we're going to go ahead and convert it to a mesh. Alt C. And then we're going to let's get it in making all these extra selections here. Okay. Well, we're in edit mode, so we can extrude X like so. And we'll do this. What we'll do, we'll just pull it on out like this. And then we'll go out for a minute here, and we'll bring it in a little closer. Size it by the Z. And we'll get out of quad view for a little bit here. We got pretty much got our handle lined up where I like we want it. And we're going to go into edit mode. I'm going to go to the front view. Doggone it, what button did I accidentally not press? Now let's see here. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to do the edge loop. Well, I did something wrong. I pressed the wrong button. We're going to delete this thing. We'll start over again. I don't know what button I pressed. So, this sucks. Scale to Z, we're going to get it flat. SZ 0. And rotation Y. And we're going to move it forward a little bit. Size up in the Z. I don't know what button I pressed to mess that up, but sure messed it up. I'm going to go back to my quad view for a while. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and convert it to a mesh. And now, edit, select A, EX, and I'm going to go ahead and loop cut while I'm getting good here. We'll make a couple of loop cuts in there. And now we'll go into wireframe. We're going to get out of quad view here for a bit. But now what I want to do is I want to kind of give it a unique shape. So I'm going to hit the W key. And we want to go individual origins, because we want to do this bevel. And so we can do all these at once. And we're going to add additional segment. And we're going to get out of that, and we're going to go through in the edge select mode. And hold down shift and do a couple of these. I'm missing my edge select here some kind of way. Okay. There we go. If I do better than that now, I'm going to start over again. Even I got the see-through, but I just want to get the metal lines here. These are the ones I want to scale in. And right here, our last one. And since we got individual origins selected, we'll go back and reselect it. We can scale these in and get us handle a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit more features, I guess. We're going to call it. Kind of keeping it simple. But we're going to do this. We're going to go back to faces mode. I'm going to hit A. And let's see what happens if we do Shift Alt S. Oh, that's a little too much. Yeah, actually we can Shift Alt S is to sphere, and you can I don't know, you can let's enable smooth select here. Oh. Not too far. There we go. Control Z. We're going to Shift Alt S. Whoop. Back previous. Alt S. And I guess enabling the smooth. We'll just take that off. Anyway, that's let's make sure we got our end capped here. So we got that, and pull this tool a little bit more. And I won't go into the shading part, but I will show you. Demonstrate for you. Kind of a. I guess if you've never seen viewport shading, I'll show you now. So we haven't. Say we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back to work on the shading and getting the colors right on individual parts. But you want to kind of have a way of. You go over to materials and go to settings, go to viewport color. You can shade this to kind of like what you have in mind. Say you want to make this a dark gray, and say you want to make this a brass color. You can go down here to the viewport shading, and I guess you kind of call this a false shading or a pseudo shading, or it's a way of color coding it. So when you come back, say you want this to be a little lighter gray. So like you see, these colors don't actually show up in the render. They're just there for your reference, so you can, if we go to our camera view here, and take a look around here, you can zoom in here, and you can see that the viewport doesn't actually show up. It's just there for reference, so hope you enjoyed the video. I've been wanting to get this out, and I've had this cold, and it's been hard for me to talk, and I really hadn't felt so hot. But anyway, I hope you find this this tutorial interesting, something you can use, and this is another way you can model with Bezier curves. So that's all for now. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll be doing some other tutorials here.